Hello friends! Welcome back to another vlog. It's Friday. I took Thursday off to watch The Handmaid's Tale. Very pertinent right now, if you know what I mean. So today I'm gonna get started on this week's stuff. Got a lot to do this week. Had some thoughts about that. First thought is that I might actually give this another layer of poof. There's a tape in there and its whole purpose is to hold up another layer of poof. So I might do that because I feel like that's a little bit low to the ground. So I might do that. That'll just take 2 seconds. Then we're also going to start here on the bodice. I'm gonna do a mock-up this week. That's what I'm gonna hope to get done. So we have a jacket. I like this swallowtail situation in the back. I don't know if I love this collar. I'm not sure yet. I haven't figured out whether or not I love that. I do have velvet for it if it needs to happen. I'm not sure how I love that. So, and I'm planning on making it out of the same, this color silk for the light and then the brown silk for the dark. So I'm not positive how I feel about it. I might eliminate it completely. I'm not sure. So we'll see. I did get some mail. I got this beautiful neckerchief, 18th century neckerchief from Fichu. I think Fichus are technically actually cut differently, so this is just a handkerchief basically, but it's like 36 by 36, so it's a yard by yard for a 18th century outfit. I got the bias tape makers that everyone's been telling me to get. Unfortunately, I think even the biggest one, this guy, once you fold that in half to be double fold bias, is not still going to be as wide as I like it for there. So I still might have to hand make my own bias. It's not really bias, it's just tape because I'm cutting it on the straight grade. But that isn't actually wide enough, I think. I'm not sure if they make wider ones. I will go check it out. This is considered a 2-incher, 25 millimeter. So I'm not sure what to do there. I did see a cool way to do it with just a pin, so I might try that. I got some piping cord for piping in case I want to pipe the back of that. Right there on these here seams. I'm still not sure if I'm going to do that either. Unclear. And then someone told me to get a ruffler foot, so that it would make pleats for me that look just like my pleats. So I got one. It was $50. And I started playing with it, and so far I can't make pleats. And I've watched a couple videos, and I did the thing it was told me to do, and it makes these like this sort of pleat. I'm like, is that ever going to focus? But that, even if I ironed that flat, still doesn't look like that. So I don't know if this is gonna work for this purpose. But when I need to make ruffles, this thing is badass. So I'm not unhappy I got it. I just don't know if it serves the need of making the pleats I want it to. The videos seem to say that it would make pleats, but they don't exactly look like that. And I think the ironing down of them might still be just as much of a nightmare. I'm not sure. I think people underestimate how fast I am at actually making those pleats. What else? We have a thing to mark off on the board because this is done. Someone actually was like, I really like it when you cross it off on the camera. And I'm like, oh, okay. Well, there you go. I totally forgot to do it last time, so woo-woo. So the board's looking really good, actually. So I really just need the bodice done, and then the hat trim and the skirt trim, but I don't even really need the skirt trim. I could probably get away without a hat trim too, and I'm good there. Iron Man stuff is completely optional. 18th century, I just need a wig at this point. Or what else? I could figure out how to do my hair. I do actually want to trim that dress before I wear it though, so that I should put on there. The Regency Day dress, I'm making a Spencer at Costume College, so yay. If I don't make a hat, I have a hat I can wear, so that's okay. Hair, I can use my own hair, so that's fine. Reticule is somewhat optional, I think, but I will make one. And then doing the belts for the dress. And then the Regency evening dress, I basically need to make the dress and the petticoat. So, yeah. that's something. But we have, let's look. But we have 46 days till costume college and 84 days till the trip. So that's not so bad. I think at least most of that is doable. I guess we'll find out. So I got a couple questions about hats in the comments last time. So this is my tiny bowler hat. This is what I'm gonna wear for Watson. I'm super excited about this. I am gonna decorate it. That's why it says hat trim up there. But I found this teeny tiny little bowler, which lets me have a tiny hat, which all Victorian ladies loved, was a tiny hat. So I'm gonna wear this guy perched delicately on my head. And I will definitely put some stuff on it, like ribbons and whatever. So we'll see how that goes. But I am super excited about this tiny little bowler. Can't do Watson without a bowler hat. Okay, prepare yourself for some white balance madness. So I thought I would explain this trip since people keep asking me about it. So the trip is through Sense and Sensibility Patterns, essentially. It's Jenny Chansey's company. I think that's sensibility.com. The trip that we're actually taking is starting in Munich, going to Paris, and then there's an extension that goes to Bath for the Jane Austen Festival. And that is actually only August 5th through September 15th. This is the Thursday after Labor Day. I always get Labor Day and Memorial Day confused. So this is the Thursday after Labor Day. So this is kind of a stupid day because what am I going to do? Go to work for one day on Tuesday and then fly out on Wednesday? Like, no. So of course I'm going to leave Saturday, August 31st, and arrive in London on September 1st. I do have a first class ticket on British Airways. Woo woo! Thanks, Grandma. That's what I use part of my inheritance for. I have those 4 days to get to Munich. I don't know how I'm going to do that, and I don't know like what path I'm going to take. There was some chance I was going to go to Amsterdam. That's still a possibility. There's a chance I might go to Paris and go to Paris Disneyland. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do yet, so I'm still thinking about it. I just talked to Jenny, and we may have solved my problems with the luggage in that I can pack for this part of the trip in one suitcase and this part of the trip in a separate suitcase, and I can leave my suitcase at a train station in London since I'm going to be there anyway. So that is currently my plan about how to solve this suitcase situation, because we're only really allowed to have one big suitcase at a time. But I have more stuff than that, and there's like wigs and shoes and blah blah blah, so I really need 2 suitcases. I just do. And so I also bring my blanket everywhere, and I'm a big whiny baby about that. So yeah, anyway, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for these days. I'm gonna meet them in Munich at like 1 o'clock on August 5th. Then we're going straight to Salzburg. So part of this time might be going to Munich and like seeing what's in Munich. I'm not sure. We go straight to Salzburg. I think we're there for like 2 days, Vienna for 2 or 3 days, and then we fly to Paris. It's like a coach from Munich to Salzburg, a train from Salzburg to Vienna, and a plane from Vienna to Paris. And then in this we go to Schönbrunn Palace, I'm pretty sure, and in this we go to some chateau. I think we still are going to the Louvre maybe, and also I'm not sure if we're going to La Petite Trianon and Versailles, but I'm hoping so, and if we're not going as a group, I might go in some of my free time. Anyway, then we get on the Eurostar and go back to London, straight through to Bath, and the Jane Austen Festival will be happening. So that ends on the 15th, which is Sunday, like morning. So then it's to me whether or not I want to stay in Bath and like hang out there, or if I would prefer to go back to London and go and hang out there. My trip home is not until the 20th, so I'm actually staying there for 3 weeks on this trip. Only 10 days of that 3 weeks is on this like planned trip, and the rest of it is sort of up to me. I might just go to London and enjoy some theater. I know I'm probably going to go to London with my husband for Thanksgiving because we do that every other year and we love London, so I could pop over to Paris and go to Disneyland. I'm not sure during like this period. I do have a bunch of friends in London, so I'll probably go visit them. Yeah, so anyway, that's the 411 on the trip situation for all those of you who have been asking. And I'm really excited that I have figured out a way to take all the luggage I want to take. Okay, so I got that pinned and then tacked down. So those, I mean, I can take it down also if I want to later. I like that it now sits a little bit higher off the ground and adds a little fufu noodle right here. This is basically what got created out of that. So I think it looks really good, and I think it looks really good from the side. So I'm into it. And I'm gonna stop futzing with this guy and then work on this bodice. I cut it out already, the pattern, so I'm gonna check out the pattern and read the instructions and see how they go. I have also, as you can see, cleaned up my desk a little bit here so that I can work on it, because I will need to cut out fabric. I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna make whatever I do the mock-up the lining, so if I do, I'll have to wash some fabric, I think. Otherwise I'll just use white fabric that I've already washed. So we'll see. Usually these things fit me pretty well out the gate, so I'm not too worried about it, but it is important to do that. Hey guys, so you're all time travelers. So it's Sunday, and not only is it Sunday, it's an entire week later. What happened? Okay, so I went on a Saturday to buy a new car, and when I came back from that, I was exhausted. For some reason, spending like $50,000 makes me really tired, as it turns out. And then Sunday I had like stuff to do, but also I just started feeling really head foggy, and like I needed to give myself like a break. So I gave myself a break, and then I had a lot of stuff to do during the week in the evenings, like commitments, social commitments and stuff. But I mean, I could have absolutely squeezed in time to sew, but I kind of gave myself a week off. That's like basically what happened. So it is what it is. And I really needed it, because I needed to like refocus and let my brain heal and like get back on track and gain motivation and stuff. I also hate bodice mock-ups, which I'm about to do. So I'm going into something I'm not exactly pleased about. So, but it has to get done because I want a bodice and I want it to be awesome. And the only way to do that is to make a bodice mock-up. So that's what we're doing. Yeah, so I hope your weeks all were good. I did a little review video to make sure that you had something to watch, which has gone over very beautifully. So thank you all for your lovely comments about my bustle overskirt. I love her. I think she's beautiful. Okay, let's look at this pattern. This pattern has many pieces, and I am just like, whoa. There's an inner and outer sleeve, which I'm just like, is necessary, question mark. And then cuff and collar. I am gonna make a full mock-up with the collar, but maybe not the cuff. Like that seems overextended. This back piece is crazy because it goes all the way up there and then whoop, because it does that swallowtail design, which I love and I'm terrified about. It's good to face your fears, kids. So, I am not sure about this shawl collar. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm gonna try it on the mock-up and see if I love it, and then I might take it out of the mock-up and see if I love that. There's some facings. There's some weird shape facings that are awfully big. Look at this dainty little side piece. I might do this out of like contrast fabric. And the side back, which I'm sure gets boned. Okay, well, here we are with all these pieces. So what I'm gonna do is get out some muslin fabric and then just cut this whole thing out. And I know muslin fabric is not the same as doing it out of silk, but here we are. So that's what's happening. I also did go pick up some, you need like inner lining, not lining, but inner lining. So like the second layer, which is already starting to get covered in cat hair, even though there's no cats in this room. It's just like in the air in my house. So I have a white one for the light colored fabric and a brown one up there for the dark colored fabric, that dark colored fabric. So hopefully this will work out. This is a really bright white. I was looking for like a neutral color, but they didn't really have it. So they should stiffen the jacket up a little bit. And I'm not gonna cut all of that for the mock-up. I'm just gonna see if this thing basically fits and can close and stuff. So Here we go. Guys, this chocolate milk. It has 12 grams of protein per serving. This I buy at Costco. It's actually called like Producers chocolate milk. It looks like this. I buy this in like, I think it's 8 packs or something at Costco. It's in the weird milk freezer. Yeah, it's 300 and something calories per bottle. So I don't have more than one a day. And I have it kind of as a meal replacement. But this chocolate milk is amazing. It is everything you've ever wanted chocolate milk to be. I'm a chocolate milk snob. I love chocolate milk. I'm a 41-year-old chocolate milk hoe. Like, what would Bernadette? She would call me trash for chocolate milk. So I love this stuff. I also love mac and cheese, and my favorite is in fact Kraft. I've tried bougie mac and cheese at like every place ever, and it comes back to Kraft. Anyway, this is thick and delicious and creamy and like every like chocolate milk porn thought you've ever had about chocolate milk. It's like basically if ice cream were chocolate milk but not ice cream, it would be this. I'm telling you, this is the stuff. Now you know. It's 2 hours later. 0 cutting has been done. I am the like best at procrastinating when I don't want to do stuff. Like, obviously I don't want to do this. I didn't think so. I thought it was going to come in here and I was going to cut and everything was going to be fine. Nope. So like, I looked at the mock-up fabric, which I haven't washed, but I'm like, I'm not waiting for it to wash. That's not happening. I'm doing this right now because I know me and I'm trying to procrastinate, and let's just do this, and I'm just using it for mock-up and then it's going somewhere else, so don't worry about it, Noelle. Cool. I'm like, ooh, but it's really wrinkly because it's the last part of the bolt. Gotta iron that. I'm ironing and then I'm like, oh, it's Father's Day, so I gotta call my dad. So like an hour of dad conversation, because like honestly I only talk to my dad every couple months. So like an hour of dad conversation later. Then my husband rolls in and he's got a plate that has pears, like sliced up pears, and brie and honey and crackers on it, and is like, would you like an amuse-bouche? And I'm like, hell yes I would. So of course now I'm eating that, listening to my audiobook in there, playing solitaire for 20 minutes too long. Okay, it's been 2 hours is what I'm getting at. Got this fabric out. See a big white wall of fabric there? Okay, I'm cutting right now. Right now it's happening. This is getting cut today and then there'll be no more cutting. That's the end of it. I'm doing it. So on a Sunday. Hashtag, hashtag, hashtag. Ugh. Oh yeah, I have something to admit to you guys. So this is the last of the evil fabric of doom, the like extra wide. Like you can see, it's crazy. It's like longer than my cutting table is wide, and my cutting table is really wide. I have been bitching about this. For those of you who followed Frilly Things February, the entire month of February, I was just bitching about this fabric and how I hate it because it's so wide and it's hard to cut and it's like off grain and blah blah blah. I'm starting to miss it. This is the last of it and I'm like, oh no, I might go get more. So the problem is, like, I use regular width fabric, like just, you know, one fold on the bolt. Most of it's like not wide enough for like historical stuff. So now I'm like, like I hate this stuff. And also like right now I'm super pumped that it's super wide because I don't have very much of it. I only have like, what is this, 1.5 yards or whatever, but it's probably gonna make this entire bodice. Like this is enough fabric to wrap around my bodice, so why wouldn't this be enough for me to make a bodice out of? I'm like, I hate this fabric. I'm really gonna miss this fabric actually. It's really wide and that's very useful, and I'm like, but I hate that it's wide, but I kind of love that it's wide. This is what goes on in my head, people. I'm crazy. I've just admitted it. I'm crazy. Now it's on YouTube forever and ever. Huzzah. It is all fitting and on here. One thing I am going to mention is that I am cutting these sleeves out at full size, not at my size, at the biggest size, because sometimes I need more room. So I'm just cutting them super big to see what I actually need, and I'll figure out like what size I'm actually using once I figure out if these are the right size or not. Does that make sense? I'm still gonna match the notches, so I think it's just gonna make more ease in the shoulder essentially. But they're mostly wider here and less so here. So we will see how this goes. I might mark the dot at the equivalent point of the size of the bodice that I'm, like, I cut out here, but really it should be down here. So I might put the dot here so that that at least works out. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I understand that there's a math problem here and I will deal with that problem when I get to it. Sleeves. We'll see how this goes. And we have completion. So that's the whole pattern minus the cuffs. So I am now going to go to dinner in Santa Cruz with my friends, and I will be back later this evening. I need to read through the instructions. That might be what I do tonight. If I start sewing, I'll let you know. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow. It's Tuesday, and I'm super over my own procrastination. This video hurts. Like, it's 20 minutes in at this point, and I'm like, ow. Ow, ow, ow. I'm really good at procrastinating when I want to. I think I went so hard and so fast for so long that I'm just like burnt. But anyway, that's not gonna make this bodice, and neither is complaining about it. So here we go. I'm gonna make this mock-up, my biznotch, and I'm going to get this thing sewn together. My goal is to get all the side seams, darts and stuff in, and get ready for putting sleeves in today. And if I get sleeves in, cool. Probably not, because I'm me and that doesn't seem like a thing that can happen. But tomorrow is always another day. So I want to get a mock-up done by the end of this vlog. That is my goal in life. So that means I have to get it done by tomorrow. So that's just how it is. Okay, I'm gonna get going. This is one of my better purchases. 20 bucks on Amazon got me a light table, and that lets me trace darts on without it being a giant nightmare. So I'm pretty pumped on this, just FYI. For those of you who don't have one of these, highly worth it. I connect mine to a external USB source, like, you know, a jump charger basically. And it runs for hours and hours. Love it. Okay guys, I am about to show you something I didn't think I would ever do, but I'm going to show you a try on. It's largely unflattering to parts of my body. But in the interest of this vlog, let's have a look. Okay, so here it is. It does close to the right amount of width, which is good. Probably, well, this is a little loose, but it could probably close a little bit more because my husband had to put my corset on me and he's really awful with that. So I like this fit. I don't squish very much, so the fact that I have this curve here is very happy to me, and I'm very pleased with that. It does push all of my chub down, so there's this giant chub layer at the bottom. Not pleased about that, but it's okay, it's hidden by skirts. So I'm pleased with this fit, and the way it goes. I might cut this when it's real fabric, like loosey-goosey, like just a little bit extra all the way around. I did already cut my pattern, so I can't really make it bigger without ordering another pattern, and I don't really want to wait for that. So I might just cut it just a little bit loose all the way around, or where I see that it has lines that are loose, like the center back seam, obviously not, but you know, other lines you can kind of fudge, like, you know, just a millimeter here and there helps a lot. The side view is good. I'm pleased with that. And the back, I'm like, I don't even know what you guys can see at this point. The back is pretty good. There's a little bit of like squidge right there, but when it has boning in it, it will, I think, look really good. I'm like, how do I get this shot for you? There you go. So I think the back fits really well too. Most truly Victorian patterns, God, this is really hard to film. GoPro bloggers who do this all the time. So I'm feeling good about this. I realized I probably shouldn't have cut the sleeves at full scale because that's probably too much. I think the boning will help this wrinkling right here to settle out. because it does on my other jacket a lot. So I'm pleased with this, and I'm ready to like commit to it. My corset is comfortable. It is tight, but it's not, I can't breathe tight. So I can't actually make my corset, I can't breathe tight. Mia can do that for me, but I can't do it. And even then, like after a while, it kind of like, I'm fine. It just takes a minute. It's like a saddle on a horse, really. So yeah, I think this is pretty good. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna cut the sleeves out and just try them on not attached to this. The sleeves are cut out. They're too big. They're way too big. I can already tell. I might pin them together or baste them together and see what they're like at this size, and then cut them down a little bit to what I think they should be, and then really sew them, try them on, and if they're good, I'll sew them into this mock-up. And I want to put the collar on and try the swallowtail on this mock-up, and then once all that's settled, I will begin cutting. I'm fairly happy with all of these. I think the darts are good. I'm not displeased with any of the fits, so that's why I like truly Victorian patterns, because they usually work out this way. Okay, I don't know what I'm gonna do right now. It's 11:15, so I could sew for a little bit longer. I don't know what all these facings are for. I should go figure that out. I'll do that. Okay, so I figured out the swallowtail. It's not complicated. I got it. I know what to do. I figured out what the facings are for. I figured out how the collar goes together, although I don't really know what I'm gonna do, because I kind of want like nice material, like cotton next to my skin, because that stuff is silk and poly, maybe, I don't know, some other thing, and it's probably pretty sweaty, and it's gonna be hot already and whatever, so I kind of want to put something nice next to my skin, like even linen or something. But the collar like turns down. I can show you that right here, so it like flips down, so it'd be cool to have some sort of like contrastiness right there. But I could like piece the collar and like just do the tips out of that, and then the rest out of like linen or cotton. I'm like considering making the entire lining of this linen. I'm unsure what to do, or at least cotton. I mean, I guess I can use this muslin fabric. Like I could just zigzag it essentially and then use it. Anyway, I'm unsure what I want to do. So, but I know how it works. So the only thing I've left to do is the sleeves. It's like 11:45 and I'm getting tired, and I'm making new rules for myself that I'm not allowed to do complicated or sleeve involving things like when I'm tired or when it's too late to be doing that. So I'm cutting myself off from that, and I'm gonna go probably edit this vlog together a little bit more and call that a day, and then I will deal with the sleeve situation tomorrow because I need to be fresh, and I will have just had a massage and I'll probably feel pretty good about it, and I can make some good decisions, some good sleeve decisions. So I'll be back with you tomorrow with the answer to that. Hey guys, it's Wednesday. So I'm in here and I realized I started without even like talking to you guys. So I started sleeves. I made one sleeve at the biggest size that my pattern comes in, and it was obviously too big. It had too much weird poof in the back. So I cut it down to 2 sizes above my size, and I'm gonna cut the pattern down. So now I need to cut the fabric down, and then I'm gonna try and baste that together and see if that's better and set it into a sleeve so that I can try it on. I have a feeling that this is what happened with Iron Man too. I had to like pull out a bunch of fabric in the back. So I kind of have a feeling that I'm gonna end up doing it to this and like creating my own pattern out of it. But it's all sketchy, so I don't know if it's gonna work. We'll see. Okay, so I have an uncorseted view for you. I'm gonna see if I can. So this is the sleeve as natural. Like, can I zoom in on that? So you see all that crap back there? It's like all this extra like poof in the back. So I wanted to get rid of that. So what I did was cut down the sleeve head on this one. And as you can see, let me see if I can get it to focus there. it did cut down on that significantly, so there's still a little bit, but it's not bad. But really, I think the actual problem is that the arm side needs to be opened up. Because this happened on my other dress too. It comes way down here and way down here, and I think it should be like up here. So I'm actually wondering if I should go back to this sleeve with this sleeve head, despite its like poofy backedness for right now, and then open up the armhole a bit. I remember doing this in Iron Man, and I did it like on the silk one once it was made, and I was like freaking out. Anyway, I think that might be part of the problem, because like the front, oh, I'm gonna zoom back out. That is in, this is out. The front right here is super tight as well, and that happened in my 18th century as well. I'm kind of wondering if like this, this stupid flap, it's just really tight right here. If I open this up, it'll eat up some of that sleeve head space, also put my shoulder seam where I want it, and possibly give me better range of motion. So I think I'm gonna try that and see if it works. But if that happens, it means I'm modifying the bodice, not the sleeve, or possibly the bodice and the sleeve, because the sleeve is also really baggy and it doesn't need to be. So that's what I think I'm gonna try next. It's like 11 o'clock at night. I feel like this is a bit much for this hour. I might have to continue this weekend. I think the best decision for me to do would be to do it this weekend, like when I'm fresh and not tired from work and all that stuff, so that I can get the best result possible and possibly call in some help if I need it. So with that, I think I'm gonna end this vlog here. I feel like I did good work this week. I got this mock-up like to a state where I have a place to like try and figure out what's going on. I'm only gonna adjust one of these and not the other one, so that I have like a base one to work off of and then like an adjusted one, so I can figure out if that solution works or not. Basically, I don't know totally what to do. I just know that this feels wrong, and it feels wrong in that spot, so I kind of want to open it up. So I'm gonna give that a try. It worked on Iron Man. I think my arm is just strange. It's just a strange and unusual thing. So anyway, if you enjoyed this video, please do give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't. What are you guys working on? Are you stuck on anything? Do you guys have any answers for me on this? Because you will see this video before I actually have time to work on this again. So if any of you have an answer on what you think I should do, let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys are having a great week, and I will see you guys next week with another vlog. Bye guys.